as long as he stays asleep. You can give me the information once I'm done. This is all going down to hell. I didn't want to resort to this. You're finally awake. You were out for much longer than I anticipated. I thought pests like you were supposed to be resistant to these types of drugs, with all of the high-end fancy shit that they feed you. My favorite question.
Why am I here?
Well, to be quite frank, you've been kidnapped. Why? God. If only you high-class pests used a little bit of your brain to think for yourself, you would understand that you are valuable to us. You can cry and shout all you want, but that doesn't change the fact that nobody is going to save you. In fact, if you just shut up and cooperate, we can at least guarantee your safety. And why not? You help us with our plan, and we guarantee your safety. Plus, you have enough backbone to at least survive in this place, and you gave my bodyguards a hard time capturing you. I'll admit, for high-class measle, you sure are cunning. And that pretty much makes you more interesting than any of the other prey I've caught. Oh, cunning you are indeed. Shall I help you remember? Let's see. Between planting false information to my guards, making use of the underground sewer system, which I didn't even expect for you to know about, and hiding yourself amongst the crowd, I'd say you're pretty cunning. Like a cat. See? You even yap like one. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Ooh, I'm a hoot. Man, tough crowd tonight. In any case, what's gonna be your answer? Are you going to help us or not? No. I knew it. Getting the bastard son to help us out wasn't going to be as easy as I anticipated. Why am I doing this? You can't be this fucking naive. The company that your family works for, I'm sure you know all about the little things that they do to ruin people's lives. And it's bastards like you who sit around turning a blind eye while the rest of the city lives in fucking poverty. So that's why I'm doing this. To give everybody a fighting chance. But I'm sure you couldn't understand. You could never understand. What has that company done? How about the Company Seize Act that allows big corporations to take away property from families and use them for their own personal gain? And not to mention, allow corporations to use those families as subjects. Oh, my mistake. Buy those families as subjects. This city doesn't belong to anybody. Not one person, not one corporation, nobody. Everybody has the right to live. And unfortunately, your family has much of a hand in making everybody's lives miserable. Oh, it's not just you and your family. It's everybody involved in that goddamn corporation. Your family just happens to be the closest and most influential to them. And coincidentally, you're gonna be the turning tide against our battle with them. I'll let you know all about it once this is all over. As much as we are Mafia, we don't like to end things on a sour note. That said, we do execute all of our prey once we're done, so it's not like you'll see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can probably assume that you're scared right now. And even if you are the son of that bastard family, we still need you. So, my negotiation is still up for offer. You help us, and we guarantee your safety. The last part matters because I'm willing to not execute you. Well, as much as I hate everybody associated to that company, if we lost our trump card, then we wouldn't stand a chance against them. So, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get you on our side, even if I have to use unconventional methods. Let me remind you that even if you were to accept our proposal and you fall under our protection, you are still our captive. You're not anybody special, and we're using you for our own personal gain. Mess anything up, and we won't hesitate to get rid of you. Do I make myself clear? Wonderful. Now, continuing our negotiation. I believe I have some information that you would like to hear. It could just help you decide whether you would like to help us or not. Information like stuff the company and your family has been keeping from you. Well, first off, I'm sure your family has heard of a big project in production. Am I right? Well, do you know exactly what that project entails? Imagine if all your life, every decision and choice you made was decided by somebody else, and you had no say in it. That's right, a monarchy. That company is planning on turning this city into a monarchy. And do you want to guess who they have planned at the top? It's Atlas. Good job figuring that out. Now, the second piece of information. Atlas has promised every collaborator and employee of his that helps him achieve this goal a position of power. Basically, this means that they all get to dictate the citizens, and they don't even get a say in it. Imagine that. Imagine your life and your choices and what you want to say are all dictated for you, all chosen for you, taken away. Do you think that that's fair to them? Do you think that that's fair to families? Do you think that you could live like that? No, right? Then you understand why that's bad. Okay, good. Glad we're on the same page. Then lastly, and this might come as a surprise to you, but you're not going to be included in that position of power. Atlas has confirmed that he's willing to give position of power to family members. The only catch is that he's only willing to give it to pure-blooded family members. Hey, don't get mad at me. If anything, you should be mad at your family members for not telling you. Look, do you want to know the truth? I'm sure you've probably put the pieces together, but you're an illegitimate son. I suppose your father actually had some integrity, because he actually tried to fight for you, to get you recognized as a pure-blooded family member. But you know how Atlas is. He's ruthless, and whatever he says, goes. So, your father couldn't win that one. There was nothing he could do about it, because he loves the company. more than his own son. I understand if it's a hard pill to swallow. I'd be of the same mind if I was in your position being told the same thing. But if you want proof, give us 3 days. One of my people is currently retrieving footage from Atlas. I promise, everything that I've told you is true. I swear on my honor as the leader of this mafia. You need time? I understand. We can give you a week after review the footage with you in a few days. Then we'll come and ask you again for your decision. I understand that this is all a lot to take in, but at the same time, we're pressed for time, so we can't give you forever. I hope you understand that. Well, since we're putting this whole thing on standby, I have to go give a call to somebody and let them know about this. So before I go, do you have any questions? One of my men will be here to escort you to a room after I leave. Don't worry if you're questioning about its quality. It's livable. It's probably much better than you think it is. Give us a little credit. You will be given 3 meals at your discretion. One of my assistants can come and bring the food to you from our cafeteria to your room. Or you can opt out to have them escort you to the cafeteria, and you can choose the food yourself. In terms of hygiene and all that stuff, you'll be given a phone that we use here. You can use that phone to contact my assistant if you need to go anywhere. My mafia? Well, the only thing that I'll tell you is that we're working with 3 others in order to combat against Atlas. I won't tell you who the other 3 are, since you haven't agreed to our negotiation yet. But just know that to all 4 of us, Atlas is a big deal. Even usually, mafias aren't known to be working together, unless they have a big reason to. And we all agree that Atlas is somebody who needs to be dealt with in this city. Well, if that's all the questions you have, I'll be taking my leave. Somebody will be coming to escort you to your room in about 5 minutes, so I hope you can hold out until then. Oh, clothing. Well, we can't exactly go get clothes from his house, so I will try to figure something out. But for the time being, I suppose I could lend you some of my clothes. It might be a little bit big for you, but I guess it'll work. And I can kind of imagine it being a bit... Anyways, I'll also have my assistant send that to your room in a little bit. I'll be heading out now, and I hope that you're able to process everything from today. Oh, and one last thing. You can call me Warren, in case you ever need to call me for something. Hey, Elias. Negotiations have broken down for today.